Up there. So we did it. We bought us a camper. Now what? We both still work full time, so we decided that a seasonal spot is what's best for us. We are in the Lake of the Ozarks in Lake Ozarks, Missouri, and we're at a campground called Cross Creek RV Park. How we came to the decision, and things for you to consider about having a seasonal campsite, the first one was the cost. By the time we started thinking about, by the time we both work full time, we get off work about 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We get the camper loaded up, get to our destination, it's 8, 9 o'clock. That's part of our reason that we decided to go ahead and do the seasonal, because we live about an hour away from here. So we get off work, we jump in the car, and we're up here in an hour. Everything's already set up. For this area, central Missouri, seasonals cost between $1,000 and $2,300 a year. Those costs usually do include free storage during the winter months. You'll get use of your camper usually between May and the end of October, first part of November. Things to consider is, your amenities, what is important to you. Things that we learned when we started looking is read your contract, or read the contract, because some of the parks require that you have your own electric, and others you can hook up to theirs. Ours, we can hook up to theirs. Some of them require or monitor the amount of days in a month that you're allowed to stay. Another thing that you need to consider is building structures. A lot of the campgrounds around here, or the campers around here, they all have decks and outbuildings. We haven't done that as of yet, but a lot of the campgrounds require that if you move on, the outbuildings stay here. So you need to consider that's an expense that you won't get back if you decide to do that. Some of the other expenses are your insurance. You really should check with your insurance, and we didn't know this at first, but you will have to, most insurance require a special rider on your insurance for it to be at a different location parked more than 90 days. That cost us about an additional $40 a year. Otherwise, our insurance agent said we would not be covered. So that is something that you need to consider. Other things are you responsible for the maintenance? A lot of them you're responsible to do things like trim the trees and keep the upkeep. Those are all things that you also need to consider. Another thing, a lot of them require that you give them a spare key. That way, if your air condition is left on by accident, they can come in and turn it off, or for other emergency reasons. And I know with this camper, we were only given 2 keys, so we had to order extras. So that became a small expense, nothing important. Another thing to consider, are pets allowed? A lot of them do not allow pets. Ours does, but a lot of them don't allow pets. Another expense is if you have additional guests stay with you. It's usually, it can range from $2 to $11 a day per guest, so that they can use the amenities. Another thing to consider is we live around a whole lot of water, so a lot of the RV parks will flood. and you need to ask about the flood policies. Some of them that we called on, they wanted, said that they would not contact us if it started flooding, and it was our responsibility to keep an eye on the weather, and we would be the ones responsible to move it out of danger. So that's something you really have to watch also. Otherwise, there's a lot of benefits. You meet some great people. You're not meeting a different person every week. You get to build some great relationships. This particular campground, they have wonderful amenities. They have kids activities like miniature golf and paddle boats and fishing. They have their own private fishing lake. They have live music on the weekends. They have church services here from Memorial Day through Labor Day that are non-denominational. You know, it was what was right for us, and what's right for you sure will be different, but there's a lot of pluses to it. You know, the expense of the wear and tear on your vehicle when you are driving it from destination to destination. One day when we retire, we hope to be able to do that, but we're not there yet. So this is a great solution for us for right now. Well, I hope that you liked this video, and I hope it helped you out a little bit. Feel free to give us your tips and comments at the end. Hey, thanks. Have a great day.